What's up guys, my name is Rudy. If this is your first time here, this channel is geared specifically towards content creators on both YouTube and Twitch and growing their influence and audience on those platforms. Let's go ahead and get straight into the content. Let's knock this out of the way. Everybody's talked about it. Consistency is very important when it comes to growing your influence on Twitch and YouTube as well. You want to have your audience be kind of used to and aware of when you're going to be going live or when you're going to be posting content. That way they can expect it. They know it's going to be there. More so on Twitch, because on Twitch there is this zeitgeist of being in the moment, of being present of when things are happening. And sometimes it's just easier all around to have that sort of experience be there, and that way they can be a part of whatever it is that's happening. Obviously, when you're starting out, it's a little bit more difficult to kind of have that influence and have that audience already there waiting for you, unless you have another platform that is there supporting your content on Twitch. As we all know, the discoverability on Twitch is kind of almost non-existent. So it's always good to use the algorithms on other platforms to help grow that influence and audience that's over there. I've already talked a little bit about that in a video. Link is somewhere up here, and you can go ahead and see how that is straightforward and up front. Whenever you're thinking about growing a specific audience for a specific category or a specific topic, it's always good to see on Selenium where your audience and where that growth is starting at the beginning. As we all know, there's things like Bitcoin and there's things like stocks and, even meme stocks that go ahead and go into the grand scheme of things when it comes to money. And most people, they always think of, oh man, I wish I had known that this stock or the Bitcoin, the crypto was going to explode. And I wish I was there right at the beginning. That way I could go ahead and ride the wave and make as much money as possible. Well, when it comes to your audience size, it's a similar thing. A lot of people don't realize this, but at the beginning, at 9 a.m. in the morning, you typically go ahead and start to see that curve of people going up and more people coming onto the platform to watch content and watch their favorite streamers. If you have the ability and the flexibility to start streaming earlier in the day, there's going to be less streamers that are out there. There's going to be less content creators. So you're going to be able to get more of those eyeballs in whatever category you're trying to aim for, which will eventually allow for your channel to grow over time. Similar to riding the wave when it comes to overall audience on the platform, you also want to look for trendy topics to cover. It's very easy to go ahead and look at the news and kind of report on that. It's been said and done, but it's because it works. It's something that helps algorithms both on Twitch and YouTube, because there's very little content that is geared towards satiating that search term or satiating that topic when people go on to these platforms looking for these things. So looking for things that are trendy just helps and gets you on the forefront out there. But it is a catch-22. You have to be careful with this, because what ends up happening is that I've seen content creators focus on trendy things, and once that trend dies, once it's gone, your stream, your videos, whatever it may be, will just die with that trend dying as well. And you're going to have to look for the next best thing just to keep that audience interested and kind of keep them coming back for more. When you're starting out, it's always easier to go into a small niche or niche, however you say it, but you want to start with a small group of people that are passionate about a specific game, a specific category, a specific genre. It doesn't necessarily have to be COD. It doesn't have to be Fortnite or Apex Legends. Like, it doesn't have to be any of those. At the end of the day, it could simply be a category as small and as sincere as Stardew Valley, where you can go in, you can start playing with the community and kind of seeing what it is that's there. Honestly, Stardew Valley, the community that's there on Twitch, is probably one of the nicest group of people that I've ever experienced and had an interaction with on Twitch. But there are other categories that are out there that have small niche audiences that are very passionate about the games that are out there. You just have to do a little bit of research and see what's there. I know that Twitch Strike is something that a lot of people go ahead and use to find something that kind of appeals towards their audience size, as well as gives them potential to grow in whatever category in gaming that there is. That's definitely something that you can use in order to cater your content for that larger audience so that over time you can go ahead and grow. This is a little bit more difficult as a variety streamer like myself, but overall, as you go ahead and grow and grind away, you are going to appeal to different audiences, and there always is going to be somebody that is interested in what it is that you're streaming. As long as you kind of keep things going and people are aware that you are going to be a variety streamer, then you'll be fine. Obviously, it's a lot easier to grow on Twitch specifically if you are honing in on a specific game and sticking to that game. But what ends up happening, and I've seen this, is that over time, over a long period of time, people end up getting bored. People end up getting burnt out on a specific game, and it just ends up not being fun anymore for them to play these games and interact with the audience that's there. And that's kind of the last thing that you want to go ahead and do. That's the last thing that you want to experience as a streamer, is to make it feel like work and not as much as having fun while working, if that makes sense. Like, obviously this is a business and you need to treat it as such, but you still want to have fun. You still want to have a good time creating content for people, you know? So it's something to take in mind when it comes to things, when it comes to everything. The last thing that I wanted to go ahead and talk about is to simply think outside of the box. And this is something that is up for interpretation. I know a lot of people, they think that you can just go into OBS, smack on whatever game that you want and hit the start streaming button, and that's it. And you're good. You can go ahead and do that and you will be the next Ninja, you will be the next XQC, like whatever. But at the end of the day, that's not really how it works. The days of just hitting start streaming and knowing that you will grow an audience and that you will be able to grow your business, I feel are long gone. That's no longer the case anymore. What you need to do is you need to look at this as a business, and you need to look at opportunities that are there that align with your views and your passions. Now, again, it's very easy to go ahead and boot up a game and start streaming and call it a day. But what are some other topics that you're passionate about? What are some other things that you enjoy that you want to share with other people that you can really dive into? There are YouTube channels that specialize in literally everything out there, but how many Twitch channels are out there that specialize in specific things? What is there in terms of social media marketing that you can use in order to circulate content across multiple platforms? Again, I'm going to link to that video up there because that video speaks specifically about having content, creating it, and kind of creating a circulation of content, of the same content across multiple platforms. Guys, I hope that something in this video was useful. I hope that you were able to find something that helped you. Obviously, smash that like button, subscribe to stay up to date, and I will see you on the next one. It's a nice one, guys. Peace.